text What's up, Cannabis family? It's 4:20 in the state of Jefferson, and these are the adventures of Jackpot, the dog, also known as Jackpot's Excellent Adventures. What's up, Cannabis family? It's 4:20 in the state of Jefferson, and these are the adventures of Jackpot, the dog, also known as Jackpot's Excellent Adventures. And the tide ain't turning. Uncle Sam, for all your power, things get worse every hour. It seems to me your energy's wasted, chasing my friends and me. So hey, Uncle Sam, hey there, Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. The terrorists keep terrorizing, our leaders keep lying, haters keep a-hating, and the planet's dying. Uncle Sam, do what's proper, call off your dogs and your helicopters. The problems of society were not caused by my friends and me. So hey, Uncle Sam, hey there, Uncle Sam, leave us hot smokers alone. Uncle Sam, leave us hot smokers alone. What's up, everybody? We have no idea if you guys saw me out there or not, but we tried. We tried to do it at 4:20-ish. It wasn't as coordinated as we hoped it would be, but you know, everything's always working out for us. Here we are. It's all perfect. Everything's perfect. But this is our zone. This is our happy time. This is a whole new setup for us. And then we haven't been on air. We haven't even done this at all. So here we go. We're back, sort of. Everybody's jumping in the chat. We see folks jumping in the chat. Who's in the chat, Chela?
We got Jilly Love, Real Jingy, Cannabis Sativa, MDN Niles, 420 Fred. Hey guys. We got, I think that's everybody that I know of in the chat.
You said four. You said
oh, CJ Paul.
CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Pent up demand. You go away for a few weeks.
Yes.
And yes, it has. Right. We've all grown a little bit. Weathered a little bit. I've turned a little more orange, as everyone seems to be doing on television these days.
It's crazy.
It is nuts. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the new-ish show that we haven't quite figured out yet.
It's a transition. You know, it's another pivot. It's a pivot. Pandemic pivot.
A pandemic pivot.
Right? So that's cool. We've seen lots of cool stuff out on the road. I saw a van this week. On the back, it said Vandemic. Hey, do you want to shut that fan off, babe?
Oh, sure.
Vandemic. So we're starting to follow them on Instagram. They're cool ladies traveling in their van.
Yes, we don't have an official Instagram for Jackpot's Excellent Adventure.
We're not quite ready. Don't really know exactly what's what. But
he's on the pillow.
But you guys know what's going on. We're on the road. Hey, Vegan Metro. Thanks. Guess what?
Oh,
we're coming your way.
There's news for you.
We're coming your way. We're going to Vegas eventually after our time in Oregon. We're going to be here for a little while still. But eventually we are heading to Nevada, and we are going to be home basing out of Las Vegas for a minute. Our nieces, Dave's nieces, have opened their home and given us 2 rooms. From which to work out of, and we're gonna make that our home base in the fall, I believe, or late summer. So I'm excited. We'll finally be able to connect in real life.
But since there are no jobs in Hollywood right now, and
jobs.
don't seem to be anything based on the information we've been able to acquire,
No jobs.
it's going to be tough for anything to come back union-wise in Hollywood. So we're still hoping and looking, but until then, you pivot. And so we're taking advantage of that, and we're doing many of the things that we have wanted to do and see the things that we have wanted to see and have never seen.
Yeah.
Like, Chela's never been in a national park. I think I might have been in one on a backpacking trip once.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
when
as a child?
Well,
Like with your
with
family?
Steve Stein and during college.
Oh, college.
During college.
So your family never took you to national parks either?
I don't think so. I don't think I don't think my family never took me to that I can recall.
So
I don't know. My sister's on Facebook. She might be able to tell us.
I was thinking about this a little earlier, and why did my parents never take me to a national park? And I'm going to think on it a little more, but I have a feeling it's because we were poor. Not that it's expensive to go to a national park, but you're working so much and you're so insecure in your work generally that you cannot make a plan to go to a national park. In national parks, you really do need to make a plan if you're going to spend time there. I mean, a day trip is one thing, but to be overnight and stuff, you have to make a plan. So.
And we're not campers.
Yeah, we're not campers, but my family wasn't campers, you know?
My family were not campers either.
And again, was that, no, I know poor people who are campers.
We went to the beach a lot. There were a lot of sandwiches at the beach.
Yes.
But we never really camped much.
Yeah, we went to the beach a lot also.
Yeah. Vegan Metro said lots of people are leaving LA. Yes, it's true. Lots of people are leaving all of the cities. They are hightailing it out of the condensed areas, rich and poor. A lot of the rich, but they're people of all sorts trying. If they can get out of the city, they're getting out of the city. We were basically forced out of the city, essentially.
Yes, we were forced out of the city. Our jobs evaporated.
We're a statistic or two.
Our jobs evaporated completely. Our industry is shuttered, and our landlady asked us to move out. Not because we didn't pay rent, but it's weird that all those things happen at once. I mean, you guys know that we're cool. Everything's all right. But the fact is that on paper, that looks bad.
Yeah, technically, we're houseless.
Yeah, technically, I mean, I'm cool about it because, I know that we're heading to a place that is going to be our home base. But yeah, we're posting up with housemates, which is not something I've ever done as an adult out of college, which is, I mean.
We actually took a few people in.
We've taken people
early
in.
on.
It's true.
Young
We've taken
folks.
people in.
But they had a limit, like a month.
Heather
had a few
ever
months.
limits.
Heather didn't have a limit.
Not actually limits.
And that was great.
There were no
but yeah,
limits.
but we like had.
Jay didn't have a
we
limit
had like,
either.
you have to. It's only. If it, when the fish starts to stink, But no, we've had all of our housemates that we opened our house to. We're fine. We're great, essentially.
They were couches.
Yeah,
They were
couch
couch
mates.
mates.
Yeah.
They weren't like housemates. They were temporary.
But that's kind of what we're doing now.
But I think
For the most
that speaks to our, I guess it speaks to our, once we were adults, like privilege. We didn't have to take, we're partnered, so in a way we were housemates.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we never had to take, we never housemated or, had roommates or whatever. So now we're in that place with the pandemic, and it's cool. It's, I'm noticing as a Taurus, and as an earth sign, that not having a place of my own was definitely causing me some stress. And not having a solid foundation was causing me some stress to have not solid, not, earth. I get it now. I get it, this whole sign business. I've been surrounded by people my whole life who've been into signs and stuff, but I've never really followed and paid too much attention, but some of the things I say, like, I like concrete terms, and grounded things, so it's interesting that I'm a Taurus and I like earthy stuff, and I have Angie to thank for kind of pointing that out to me, that that I'm an earth sign and I like, that kind of stuff, and that's what makes me feel comfortable and good.
So a little precarious.
Cool.
Literally on the edge of an Oregon cliff I mean, it's stunning, beautiful. The winds here in the last couple of days have just been crazy.
Amazing.
Kawai high, as they say in Hawaiian.
Right.
But this is the Oregon coast, southern Oregon coast that we've seen so far is just spectacular and remarkable. And we're going to share some of the images and the videos that we've been seeing over the last few weeks since we did our last show back in LA. We've been on the road and on the road. We came here to Southern Oregon, to Gold Beach, to Angie's lovely property here in Nasika Beach, actually, about 8 miles from Gold Beach. Very remote, very beautiful. Second largest bookstore in Oregon in Gold Beach, which is, if you know our background, is sort of ironic because we had a small bookstore in Maui, and so it was fun to visit that. You'll see a couple pictures. But so we are trying not to be stressed over the situation. We know everything's always working out for us. It always has. We've, no reason why that shouldn't be the case during this pandemic. And, it's...
there was some stress, though. I mean, I don't want it to look like sunshine and roses.
Well, we haven't been on the air for 2 weeks. There's been some stress, definitely. I haven't felt like broadcasting much, really, at all. So we've been sort of... we've been trying to get clarity.
Yeah, we've been
as to what
kind
to do.
of focusing inward and figuring out where to go with the direction of our world. Because the film industry really... Union Film and TV. Oh, by the way, side note, I'm a totally, completely, 100% spoiled worker. I've been working in Union Film and Television for 22 years. And, to face finding another job with, I don't know what skill set. I have to find a company, a resume writer or somebody who helps people transition from one career to another career, because I do this really strange, like we call ourselves carnies with benefits. We don't have most people don't even have resumes below the line. I have a resume, but most people don't. So I need to figure out how my skill set translates into marketable stuff for the cannabis space. Obviously, we're going to try our luck in the Vegas cannabis space and see how that goes. And yes, MDN Niles mentioned not vegan, but organic farm, not sharing, but, going around and working at organic farms and stuff. And I'm totally going to be looking into that. As also, we are trying out in this next few weeks of our lives, we're going to be trying out different versions of camping.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were gonna blow the bank and outfit the Subaru and spend $1,000 on camping equipment, and we literally have not camped in 20 years.
No.
So it's like, do we really want to do that?
And when we did, it was 1 year, 2 nights.
Are we ready for that? Bear boxes, this kind of thing, a little freaky.
It's cold at night.
Sleeping in the car.
We don't have the right clothes.
When you're camping, you're plus the stress of sleeping in my car. But it's like, are you doing van life? Now we're looking at all these van conversion videos too, and it's like, if you're in a campground, it's camping. If you're doing it in a city, you're homeless. That's sort of like the idea that anyway, it's a lot of, this is a new experience for everybody in the world, and we're just doing it as well. It's a new experience for us. So we are going to make the best of it. We are going to see things we want to see. We're going to take our new doggy on adventures.
Instead of building out the Subaru, and being willing to sleep in the Subaru and embrace camping and learning how to do all that, like building the plane while flying, as it were, we're going to try out the different versions of camping that there are, like going to motels. That's one version.
Motel 6.
Yeah, Motel 6 type, Wyndham's, travel lodge kind.
Good with doggies.
Going to stop in a couple of those. But we're going to go to a cabin. I'm very excited. We're going to Belknap Hot Springs, and we're going to stay in a cabin. So that's pretty cool. And then we're also going to hopefully stay, we haven't made this reservation yet, because we have some loose ends to tie up. But we're hoping to stay in a 2-person tent outside of Yosemite. So
That's where the bear boxes come in.
it's everywhere. The bear boxes are here. They're everywhere. Anyway, so it's all very, very exciting. And Julie Love. She loved the gypsy life and spent a whole summer in Yosemite. So we're gonna, try it on for size.
And apparently came up with an X here to romantic spots up here in the south coast of Oregon. So
nice.
We seem to be retracing your steps here.
Right.
And we know we need to get down to the redwoods of Humboldt.
Yes, we do want to get down to Humboldt. Maybe next weekend. We could do Humboldt.
Well, aren't we? When are we? Because we still have another day at least of these redwoods up here in Northern California.
Yes. Yeah.
Too. That we want to do stuff at.
Yeah. This whole work thing is really getting in the way.
Yeah.
40 hours of work is not working.
Yeah, because we are starting the whole work trade lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we're living in this wonderful little cottage here. We're going to show you photos of, and where this is our lovely view here of the Nasika Beach and the coast, the rugged Oregon coast. We're going to show you some pictures around of where we're staying now. And so we're exploring. It turns out that this stretch of the Oregon coast between Gold Beach and Brookings, right? Gold Beach and Brookings is the Samuel Boardman Scenic Corridor. The most beautiful scenic corridor of Oregon is right here, Gold Beach.
Literally.
And they're, 26 miles to Brookings is nothing. You're here in no time.
Yeah, it's
We
no
got
time.
Thai food in Brookings and it was hot when we got home.
Still hot, yeah.
So, because it's literally, you're going up this coast and you're going to see some video of that. We are embracing the adventure, the excellent adventure with Jackpot. And we are investing in some gear for him. We're going to do some. We're going to tell you what's going to be coming up. But first, we're going to get into what we've been doing the last few weeks since you've heard from us. We're going to share some of our adventures with you, and where we've been taking Jackpot. Also, a reminder: we did launch another episode of Cannabis Helps Dementia podcast.
We did.
Let's go check it out with Nurse Kebra Smith-Bolden. Amazing interview with an RN that has a great story about how she found out cannabis was medicine with her grandmother, and we talked to her about her use in cannabis in an urban setting and really in Connecticut, and also the only African American dispensary or cannabis business owner in Connecticut. So it's a great interview. Go check out the latest one for Cannabis Helps Dementia on Spotify and Apple, and rate and review us over there. Thank you, Cannabis Sativa. I am Cannabis TV for all your support in sharing our podcasts. Please check out his podcast as well. It's excellent and informative, and he certainly puts out regular content. We've taken a little hiatus from our interviews just because of our situation. Once we're a little more stable, we'll start doing interviews again, probably once we land in Nevada.
Yeah.
We're going to get through our camping experiment, our excellent adventures with Jackpot. And then once we land in Nevada, we've got our own little podcast office room we're going to be able to set up there. And we will start doing recordings there again. If one comes up and we have to do it on the road, we could. But as you can see, we'll see if we can do it out there in the national park. We don't know. But so that's sort of up to date as to where we are. Cannabis news, they passed some stuff. The House passed another bill protecting states. We've got new folks pushing for descheduling, and people that even the American Heart Association, who claims cannabis might be bad for your heart, thinks it should be descheduled so that they could study it more. How about that? So, yes, there's been some cannabis news, and I've been tweeting about it over at DC 420 LA as I see it, but really, quite frankly, haven't been keeping up on it. And couldn't really talk much about it right now. If I was pressed, I could. But, there's a lot of other things going on in the world. Cannabis is essential.
The one thing that I did read and noticed, that y'all might have noticed, is that there's a little-known senator from Minnesota who replaced Al Franken.
That's right.
Who has proposed a cannabis descheduling bill that I'm very excited about because they're also working with the House to bring it to the floor in September. So that's one that it's both chambers. Kind of October surprise? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway.
We're also going to be visiting a hemp farm this week up here.
Oh yeah,
in
very
Oregon.
excited. Very excited.
On Friday, I think we're going up. We're going to be visiting a once was a hay farm, still is a hay farm,
Yep.
but is also converting over to a hemp farm. So we're really excited to do that, and we'll bring you video and news about that next week. But let's get into a little of our journey and where we are and where we've been. Any other comments or questions in the chat?
Jeff Edelman is telling us, of course, that it is called the OMG Coast.
The OMG Coast.
Totally.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Totally. Some people call it the Oh My God route. Oh My God route.
Real Jingy's here as well. Thanks. Lots of old friends and new friends back in the chat on the show. Thank you guys for joining us.
Hi, Big Ray.
And Big Ray, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. The show in transition. We are now Jackpot's Excellent Adventure.
This week we are
featuring DC and Coach Chela in the state of Jefferson. And let's bring up some of the stuff that we've been doing. Of course, Jackpot, had a friend. We had another buddy, another dog, you may remember, Oscar, who doesn't travel well. Oscar is not a traveling dog, and it's been a love-hate relationship with Oscar. He's sort of an aggressive chi, and he makes Jackpot aggressive, which is interesting.
Yeah.
For Jackpot. For what Jackpot is, he's not really aggressive at all. But
no, it makes him barky.
Yeah.
And other doggies.
But Oscar is staying with a new pack of the family that we love and adore, and he's with 4 great little doggies, and he's having a great time. He has a young girlfriend over there, new puppy that he's hanging out with, and so Oscar is having a great time. He literally threw up in the car every time he got in it. So he's not a traveling dog. Jackpot, however, is a traveling dog, and he loves to get in the car and wants to go. He doesn't. When he sees the car, he doesn't want to come back to the cabin because he's like, oh, we're going somewhere. So, going back now to starting our adventure. We basically put all of our stuff into 2 big piles that would fit in our boot and on the roof of our car. Got rid of everything else and loaded it up along with our doggie in his own seat. And off we went in the Subaru and left Mount Washington, said adieu to Hollywood. And there we are, Jackpot already settling into his spot.
Jackpot loves to travel.
He loves to be in the car.
He loves to go in the car.
God.
Every time we walk past the car, he sits by the car. He's like, okay, let's go.
Let's go. Time to go. And of course, this is what we drove out of town.
As we left.
The penthouse apartment there.
Bye. It's time to talk about Alzheimer's, yo.
Bye-bye, LA. Good fucking luck.
I didn't mean that. Sure I did. This was not us.
No, but clearly other people are moving.
Clearly, people are leaving town. People are hightailing it out of town. And a lot of moving trucks. We did stop in Sacramento overnight with Chela's sister. Then we continued on to the big long journey from Sacramento up north, and we did make it to Hetty's Pizza just before the last stop to get a little food before the end of the evening drive.
But a lot of people stopped at it. It was 45 minutes for a pie.
Right. So
Dave got a couple slices.
And we saw our first trees.
First trees.
Which we were like, oh, these are trees. Wow,
Yeah,
look at
those
these
are
trees.
trees,
We were
wow.
impressed by these trees. We arrived in the evening, and so it was dark. But the very next morning, this is the bright sunshine outside of Nasika Beach. And there is the view from the cliff where we stay. And, a little panorama action. Doesn't really work here. But it's the Oregon coast is quite stunning. And this is our little view of it for the month. And it's a lovely property. Waves of love, the property. And those rocks are exposed at the low tide.
It's a vegan establishment.
That's right, Vegan Metro.
A compassionate vegan establishment.
And it is gorgeous. It's literally, you just...
Beautiful.
Hear waves constantly. And they're big sometimes. The winters here must be impressive.
Last night, the waves were particularly loud. How's that happen?
There's Jackpot. He loves it. He loves his bed. Our bed.
The bed.
The bed.
His bed that we sleep on.
This is actually the entrance to Nasika Beach.
Yeah,
There's only really one way to get. You can't get to the beach from our house. You have to go to this particular entry, which I believe is 179. Which one it is. And there we are. There's Angie, our hostess, as we've taken us for our first beach walk along Nasika Beach. 171. That's the entry. And the negative ions and the oxygen. It's really just. It's hard not to just feel energized every time you step outside in this amazing environment. It's quite remarkable. And Jackpot, well.
Little guy.
Oregon Beach. Oregon coast. Nasika Beach. Having fun on Nasika Beach.
The Seekers.
The videos are having trouble playing because of our Wi-Fi connection. So we'll stick to photos of Nasika Beach.
Photos, indeed.
Climbing the rocks with the boy. There he is. He loves it up here.
He's a boy.
All right, let's get into some of the coast.
Samuel Boardman Scenic Corridor. The Samuel Boardman Scenic Corridor is 12 miles of the most scenic Oregon coastline. The guidebooks and all the things on the side of the road say that this is considered to be the most scenic of all the Oregon coastline, and it happens to be just down the street from where we're staying. And there's about a bazillion places to explore just there in that 12-mile stretch. And the first place we went...
This was Cape Sebastian.
Oh, yes, Cape Sebastian. This isn't even the Boardman corridor. This is before.
Yeah, this is before you even hit the
Right.
This was we seem to hit these places. We do a little work and then we go visit these places.
We eat.
We eat.
Mm-hmm.
We go visit.
Sammy! Hey, Sammy! Oh, Sammy, how's Oscar doing?
Oh yeah, speaking
you guys,
of
Sammy
Oscar's
is
new mom.
Oscar's new mommy. Parent. Co-parenting.
So yes, this was a sunset from Cape Sebastian, which you can hike. A lot of these you can hike all the way down to the beaches.
which we have not yet done.
We have not yet done.
We were so close to the beach at Secret Beach that it's kind of
Embarrassing that we didn't. But we were
No.
like, how does Jackpot get down there? We're like new dog parents. So
we're like this is an infant baby.
We're like, how do we take our dog here? So it's going to be really embarrassing, all of the stuff that we're going to show you next week that's coming for Jackpot. But
I'm really excited about it.
he's just
We got to do an unboxing of all of his new stuff.
He is just digging. He is digging it all. He's digging the fun.
Oh, that's a great one.
Which one? This
that
one here?
last one. Oh, I love that picture. So I've started trying to do this thing where we, and that one too, where we look the same direction as Jackpot.
And this is, we landed here at Kissing Rock.
Oh, that's Kissing Rock.
This
That's
is
a whole
still
other-
before the Boardman,
Yeah.
isn't it?
This is a whole other day.
We haven't even gone to the board. This is the early days.
Yeah, keep going.
This is Kissing Rock. It's another,
Yeah,
but
Kissing
there's
Rock.
literally every
Also
quarter of a
lovely.
mile along this coast. There we are, looking the same direction as Jackpot. Oh, amazing. Ooh, look over there. Jackpot's Oh, hey, what's that? Oh, Dubois. We're also doing a Dubois everywhere we go.
We try to take a doob wherever we go.
Because we are, as Vegan Metro, we mentioned earlier, this is the state of Jefferson. There's one thing the state of Jefferson seems to have in common. There's a lot of trees and a lot of weed.
Yes.
Pot is plentiful up here, guys. It's embarrassing how plentiful it is up here in Oregon. And relatively cheap. And no sales tax.
Oh, Sam says, hola. He's doing great. We just woke up from taking a nap with him.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
glad he's not biting you. Now about to go hang outside and smoke and watch him sunbathe. Oh, because he's so cute.
Oscar is living the life now.
Oscar is so cute. He's fun to look at, but then you just want to touch him and then he bites.
Yeah, so no worries, everyone. Oscar is living the good
he's
life.
having a good life with all the girls.
And Jackpot's living the good life too. This is post-bath, after Jackpot's first bath and blow dry that Mommy gave him. He was quite content. And then our adventure continues.
Oh, this is Secret Beach.
This is not so secret beach.
It's amazing.
Still not very many people down there, but there are definitely people that know where this is.
Yeah, lots of people. This is amazing. I was so blown away by this place. And it wasn't like the perfect weather, but it was fantastic still yet.
Oh, it was just remarkable. And it does get cloudy up here, but when the sun is out, my goodness.
And that's just on the other side.
This is the
same-
secret beach that you can only get to at low tide.
Yeah, through the
because
cave.
The cave that goes through it. Once again, we
We
did
will
not go.
have a video.
We did
of
not
all
go
this.
down.
I promise we will
But
have a video. of
we
all
want
this.
to. What we want to do is go in the morning.
Yeah, we should go one morning
And
before. Tomorrow morning.
And
maybe,
then
before
we'll
work,
go
before
down to
work.
the beach, and we'll go low tide. And oh no, Chela wasn't too impressed. No.
MDN Niles says Jackpot looks like a baby polar bear.
We could dress him up like a polar bear or a seal. He looks like a baby seal. Chela got him a seal mask because it looks like a seal.
He got Oscar got Sam once.
Oh, he can
You
get
gotta
you.
be faster.
He can get you. This is one of my favorite pictures right here
Aw, that's a cute one.
of you and Jack.
Yeah,
That's a really
it's
good one.
sweet. I like this. This is a fun
Look at
video.
this. Look at that.
I don't know if it's gonna work.
Look at all this. Look at that over there. But wait. Oh my God, what's that over there? Oh.
Yeah, the videos won't play.
That's fine.
I have to upload them to YouTube.
Amazing.
But so we caught the sunset at Secret Beach,
Yeah.
and then look, we drove by this, and it was like,
That's
oh,
Arch
this
Rock
is
parking lot.
Arch Rock.
That's the Arch Rock parking lot that we went and saw later.
Oh, that's right.
From the parking lot, that's what you see. You
That
don't
was
see
the night
actual
before.
arch. Yeah,
Right.
that's the night before we actually went.
And these driving videos aren't going to show. So
No
I'm not gonna do
videos.
them.
But yes, this is
But-
the traffic is trees. It's
Yes.
trees and 2-lane highway.
And lots of trees.
And there's lots of nothing. In the cities, like in LA, you can drive from LA all the way to Mexico and not have a single undeveloped stretch of land. There's stuff everywhere. This is the
Well, this is Arch Rock
parking lot.
parking lot. Seabird Refuge.
the next day when it was super windy.
Oh my gosh, it was super windy.
But you can't tell in these pictures, so I should shut up about it. I got
On the
this
trail.
sweater, you guys. This yellow sweater I'm wearing. I got this sweater at a estate sale the first week at one of the weekends that we were here.
There, the aforementioned Arch Rock.
Arch Rock.
I love how the water is just like, whatever, I'm going to make a hole here.
Well, eventually that hole becomes 2 rocks.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yes. There's Chela
So
in a
yeah,
sweater.
I got my awesome sweater in a estate sale for like $5.
Fits her perfect.
Made for me. On the back, there's a fabulous deer.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's
It
amazing.
really is amazing.
It's Jackpot's excellent adventure.
It is. You guys, we got him. Oh, we shouldn't. We should show the thing, the prototype first, right?
Oh, we have
Before
to show the
say the
prototype.
thing?
Yes,
Okay.
we have to show the prototype.
Okay.
So another,
This is definitely a free-flowing episode for anyone interested in.
well, we're catching. This
hanging
is like
out with
our
us.
travel. We're catching people up on our travel log here for the
Yeah.
last 3 weeks.
Yeah, because everybody wants to see other people's pictures on vacation.
Well, let's see. You can hate like this video, guys. Hate like this video and say, "Oh my God, what are these people doing during the pandemic?" And before you start answering those questions, notice our little neck pieces. We do carry our
Yes,
masks.
MDN Niles is saying mushrooms in the woods time.
Oh, I've been. Don't worry, I've been
So
doing
we
that.
will be going to Central Oregon after our stint here on the coast, and we will be looking into foraging for sure.
I still have my 4 buckets of oyster mushroom spawn that I'm carrying around.
Oh, totally.
No, we're definitely gonna start.
Dave really hopes to get
the
to go
mushroom
see
walk.
the ginormous mushroom.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
But you
we gotta
don't have
make it
a
up there.
drone. You need a drone really to see it.
I don't need a picture. I just want to be there.
Okay.
I just want to walk on the mycelium.
Okay, cool.
So it reaches up and grabs what I leave, and it sucks it into the earth. It's very dramatic. But yes, Oregon's is definitely a mushroom place, and I have been enjoying mine
Yes.
on these walks and adventures. So fear not, friends. The fungus and the plant
Is among us.
Is among us, yes. As you can tell in these photos, as we enjoy the, we're still at, I think this is still at Arch Rock.
This is Arch Rock still,
Viewpoint.
as you can see.
We just this pose shows up often in our
Well, I'm really taking it all in. You know, it's a heart opener.
taking a heart opener indeed.
Oh, these are
And
some
then we
really
walked around the
amazing
corner on the other
pictures.
side of Arch Rock.
Yeah,
and we're like, boom!
This picture is fantastic. I love this
Boom!
picture.
Yeah, I've got a couple of postcards in this.
Yeah, I love
This
it.
is the Google Pixel 3. It's the camera is just about the only thing I like about it. So,
Rolling.
oh, this isn't going to.
Rolling.
It's a great video. It's a great video if you can see it. I'll have to upload. I'm going to upload some of these to YouTube, and then they'll be able to.
Maybe we should
watch
put
them.
short bits on our Instagram.
Yeah, that's an idea. Most of them are short. Most of them are short.
This is the next day.
Okay, so
Then we decided
that
to go.
brings us up to this week.
Yeah. So now we went to Jedediah Smith Redwood State Park because it is only about an hour and 15 minutes from where we are home basing right now.
So we took a day trip. We got up early
Yep.
on Friday and drove
Really
down
early.
there about 6 a.m. The park opens at 8.
It said sunrise
It
to
did.
sunset,
Sunrise, it
so
depends on
I'm
what
like, we
sign
gotta
you look
go, we
at.
gotta go.
Depends on what sign you look at. So we wanted to talk to the ranger, so we needed to kill some time. So we found a cafe open in, what was that little town? Where it was? Where the information center was? It's across the
That's
street
with
from...
an H. Hang on. Hang on. Hiawatha? No.
I know. Hiawatha.
Oh, shit.
Okay, Elizabeth Warren.
All right. I would have definitely voted to label GMOs.
But we, so we had breakfast, which was, they were a little backed up, so we had to wait. But you know, everybody was having breakfast. And I have to say, the RV parks are full. The campgrounds are full. The people are taking advantage of this pandemic. Mostly, I see masks. all over the place. In Oregon, you have to wear a mask to go into the shops. And for the most part, everybody's got them. Everybody's got them on the trails. Hayauchi
Cafe.
Hayauchi Cafe.
Yeah.
At the Hayauchi Information Center.
Yes,
Was where we were
Hayauchi
waiting
Information
to get the information on the deets on where to go and what to do.
Hayauchi
And
Cafe.
the Ranger Mark? Ranger Brad was very impressed. This was Chela's first trip to a national park.
And I had a big list.
And he had,
I'm like, I want to
apparently
go.
a really good one.
I'm like, I want to go to Stout Grove, LBJ. I want to go to the Ferns. And I want to drive through the tree. He's like, wow, that's great. That's everything. Not everything, but that's a great list. You may not get to all of that today, he says.
And he was right about that, but he was wrong about the road being open all the way through.
Totally wrong.
Because there's a road that you can drive through the forest.
Yeah, Howland Hill Road. Which we did take most of the way. We took it to Boy Scout Trail, but we did not stop at Boy Scout Trail.
We had a lovely
lunch. But we will go to Boy Scout Trail next time. Next time we go. Shoot. Maybe Thursday.
We entered Howland Hills Road.
Yes.
That's how you get to Stout Grove.
Yes.
So we crossed the Jedediah Smith River. Uh-huh. Which is what that is. And then we tried out the prototype.
Oh, yes, the prototype for Jackpot.
Because, as they say, you can't take dogs on these trails.
Yeah, you're not allowed to take dogs, but you can have service animals. But no dogs.
But no pets. So we're like, he doesn't have to walk. So we threw him in a backpack.
Yep.
And it was amazing, as Chela is experiencing here.
It was amazing.
When we
Look at that giant knot. I'm in a knot.
I'm afraid not.
I'm all knotted up.
So we hit the Redwoods, babe. We hit the Stout Grove. And they are stout, I must say.
It says 45 minutes for Stout Grove Trail. We were there for 6 hours.
That's right. Because Chela had to crawl into every knot.
I did. I had to go in every tree.
And then I realized that Jackpot was much happier, and was I, with him on the front, carrying him in front. So
yeah.
We moved him up front, and we continued our trek. As you can see, the boys are very happy in the trees amongst the negative ions. And there we are. Jackpot's excellent adventure begins in Stout Grove. And I became a little knot obsessed. Because the knots are huge. And these trees are 800 to 1,500 years old in this old growth forest. And every one has got just as, the story. It's like, how did it get this way? Just like a giant Bigfoot tore this up? I don't know.
Yeah, the bark slid right off of it. So now we have to read all about redwoods and how all this happens. And giant trees make giant burls, Chili Love says.
And they've fallen down all over the place. And there's these giant uprooted trees.
Yeah, it's quite something. So we have these uprooted trees. So I climbed all over this tree.
Oh, Chela was like a hiker.
I was like full on hiking on this tree. Like now I'm a motherfucking hiker. Oh, there's a video that we can't show you right now. When we went down to somewhere, I can't remember where we went.
Well, I'm going to make Jackpot his own channel, and I'm going to upload all the videos to it. So,
cool.
But this is... this was part of the 45-minute. How can you just do 45 minutes in this thing?
I don't see how you just zip around that trail.
And it's like they cut this section out of this one tree that fell and moved it over so people could walk through it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Jilly Love. The Jilly Love reminds us that the roots are shallow. Yeah, I read they're like only 6 feet. So you got this 300-foot tree with 6-foot roots. So.
And we didn't hear any fall, but I'm sure that if we weren't there, it still wouldn't make a sound.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of people there. And, somebody said, I thought they don't allow dogs in here. And I'm like, they don't.
No, they don't. No, he was really shit. Anyway, I don't want to talk about him.
Well, I guess maybe they don't want dogs barking at people.
He had 2 young, screaming children with him.
Yeah.
Screaming, piercing little girl screams. And they were just...
They were definitely piercing the silence.
That he had the nerve to say that that it would be rude for having dogs bark in the wild. I was just like...
And Jackpot was being a perfectly good
silent
boy.
dog.
Yeah. He did pee on a redwood, however.
Yeah.
When I let him out of the bag.
Animals pee.
I did too, but don't tell anybody. So Chela had to explore this particular downed tree.
Oh man, and I couldn't. For some reason, I could not get my pictures over to Dave, or anybody for that matter. I can't get except one post on Facebook. I was able to upload to Facebook, but I can't seem to get my photos into the thing because I have some amazing pictures of the top of that tree.
There's Chela at the end of this tree here.
The very tippy top. I'm at the tip of the tree. Anyway, we are realizing that Jackpot is a lapdog and needs to be held all the time.
He's certainly more comfortable there than anywhere else.
Yeah.
If I'm out of the car and Chela's in the car, she has to take him in the lap.
If I hold him,
console
he doesn't cry.
Yes.
But
I am Jackpot's emotional support animal, and we're going to get papers.
Vice versa.
Emotional support human. We're going to get papers to that effect.
The other way around.
And the other way, too. We're going to get papers for both.
I love this knot. I outstretched my arms because the knot was like 3 times as big as me. So I just wanted to show the scale of the knot.
Speaking of scale, I don't know how these two trees... I guess they maybe were right next to each other.
Yeah, like double close.
And the ground just couldn't hold them both. And they both fell in opposite directions or something.
Yep.
And then these... 2 sides of exposed... Oh, and there's a little perspective.
Size,
for you.
Little scale.
Little scale.
Little scale. Oh, yes.
Oh, look, there's Chela. Chela poking through.
Yes, MDN Niles, parks that don't allow dogs is fascist. You know, a ranger walked right past us and didn't say a word about it.
Didn't say a word.
Not a word.
Hi, folks. How you doing? Oh, boy, he looks like he's having fun. Jack was in the bag. He looks like he's enjoying that. Yep, he is. Thanks.
And Dave's just like,
And we saw like 2 actual service dogs that had service dogs on their thing. And then I saw at least 4 not service dogs on leashes being trotted around.
You don't know what they were.
Well, we don't know what they were. They weren't marked as such.
You don't need to have markings.
They weren't marked as such. Service dogs do.
No, they don't need to have markings. Nope.
No.
Not required.
No, not required.
And you're not allowed to ask.
So there's that. Yeah, so the Chela's definitely enjoying the trees. Chela's always wanted to be in trees. Mm-hmm. So, we're like, trees. We seem to be near some trees up here in the state of Jefferson, which if you don't know what the state of Jefferson is, I keep referring to the state of Jefferson. State of Jefferson was an attempt in the 40s, I believe it was in the 40s, to secede from the Union. Southern Oregon and Northern California.
I wonder what they have in common.
Trees and weed, as far as I know, but and apparently a freedom bent. Because the state of Jefferson, they tried to, for a number of years, I guess, lobby that. And people apparently still have their flags for the state of Jefferson.
So Jilly is saying that we should visit Trees of Mystery.
Oh, okay.
Really? Because I was wondering if we should. It looks like, with this giant lumberjack and way too big oxen
Bell the blue ox, yes.
I was like, is this a good experience or not? But you recommend it, huh?
It reminds me very much of a lot of the tourist traps in Hawaii. It's
right.
Like the Polynesian Cultural Center on shrooms.
On shrooms. Trees of Mystery on shrooms.
Check.
Trippy trees.
No problem. Awesome. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because, there's a billboard we see. It's just 65 miles to the Trees of Mystery.
And we want to do a little video for this place about the Trees of Mystery if it was any good. So I'm glad you recommended it. I will take you up on that.
Absolutely.
And for sure do it.
And don't worry, but be forewarned, Julie Love, we are coming to see you.
At some point, we will come.
At some point. We are threatening. And there's the faces in the trees, guys. It's so amazing.
Burls.
The burls.
Trees, big burls.
The big burls. See the face? Looks like a boar. That's what I first saw was a boar.
I see a gorilla.
A gorilla. And the stories. It's just like these trees are just collapsed on each other. Some kind of event. caused
Oh,
something to happen.
It reminded me of Superman's home.
Yes.
Home planet. Except out of wood.
And literally every direction you look, you're just amazed by something else. And how it got that way. And how it continues to live. These hollowed out redwoods, burnt out in the middle. They're still growing up top. They're still alive up top. It's remarkable. And here's another scale. Jack the boy. Yeah, you're going to be styling soon. You're not going to be in that.
Yeah, we got Jackpot a real fancy backpack.
Wow.
I'm really excited about it. Totally.
So yeah, we spent 6 hours in Stout Grove.
We're still in Stout Grove. They're like, I know, it's been 6 hours.
I know, it's been 6 hours looking at these videos. And then there's the throne tree. We're calling it the throne. And then like this tree, it's like, why? Why did you die? Why did you just why don't you grow anymore? Was it a disease? Was it what did it? Probably was some kind of disease, but surrounded by other trees. And then we took a little break, went down to the river, Hiauchi Trail.
Yeah. Hiauchi Trail brings you down to the Smith River, and during the summertime, they have a footbridge that'll take you over to the campgrounds.
Yeah, the big campground that we went to and drove through that was packed with people. Jack loved the river, as did Chela and I with her nose cone, taking care of her nose.
Yep, I have a burnable nose, and so I'm wearing my nose cone.
And the water, of course, was just freaking clear and
It was amazing.
clean,
Amazing.
cold, and not that
Refreshing.
cold,
Refreshingly
really.
cold.
We both dipped our toes in it.
It felt so good.
We had to pass people on the bridge, so we wore our masks as we were passing people. And then Chela's like, "Oh, I'm going in. I gotta get in the
I got
water.
my little toes in the water.
Toes in the
My
water.
Ooh,
Oh,
cold.
it was so exciting." And then,
oh no!
what's that?
Oh no! There's a snake.
This.
Oh no! What?
Chela's like, we're walking around in the sun, and Chela's like, all right, because in the redwood it's all shady, right? So we get out to the sun. It's like, do you really want to go across the river? It's really sunny over there, across the bridge. And we did, and Chela's like, it is really sunny over here. I was like, no, I said that. Let's go back. So we found this shady spot, the only shady spot in the corner. Chela's like, that's it, I'm going in. And then we see this ginger girl, very redhead girl, pale.
Very red,
was
translucent skin.
Like walking towards us. I'm like, oh, she's being drawn into the shade, obviously, because otherwise she's going
Ginger into the shade, right?
Ginger into the shade. She's going to explode otherwise. So she's coming to the shade. That made sense to me. But she had her camera out, and she was literally chasing this snake, trying to get a picture of this snake, and she was chasing it right towards our stuff.
Literally. I'm like, into my shoes. I'm like, please. Not in my shoes.
And so I blocked it and diverted it, and it went into the water. And Chella's like, I am never going back in that water again.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't float down a river. There's snakes in the river.
Apparently there are snakes in the river.
How do people do that?
Floating down the Deschutes is on the agenda.
I gotta do a little more research about this.
So
what's going on with these snakes in the water? What happens
I'm
with
sure
them?
they're harmless.
Do they bite
sure
your
they're
bottom
harmless
if you're
snakes.
floating down the river?
They eat little fish. They can go for your toes. Fish too. Fish goes for your toes too. But this is the Smith River, and it was beautiful.
Well,
and
if
there's a
they
great
eat the
shot.
dead skin.
Another great shot, if I do say so myself, of a fallen tree underneath.
It'd be a birth canal.
And there's the famous tree, the famous iconic picture of 16 people standing around, the black and white photo. And it takes 16 people to go around the size of the tree, blah, blah, blah. That's the tree. There's a little platform there where you can take a picture with your group. And there were some groups, just families basically, it looked like. But really, honestly, for the parking with cars, there weren't really a lot of people. Here's a postcard. I'm going to make this into a postcard or a t-shirt. It's just burl, another burl. Burl lives.
Burley.
Burley.
Molten burley. Is that real
And
jingy?
and they're
Molten
all
burl.
and they're all they're all different. They're all different. And that's the first one that Chela was in. I wanted to get in it too. With Jackie Boy.
Julie Love says it's age if the surrounding trees are healthy. It's probably age.
I see.
Julie, you need to tell us all about the
Yes,
trees.
you got to tell us about these redwoods.
We got to come see you. Yeah, tell us all
because
about the trees.
we know there's a whole nother grove of them. And then we continued on the road down, what's the road? Howland Hill? No.
Howland
Hill. Howland Hills Road. Howland Hills Road. And we were like, we gotta have some lunch. So we just pulled off. There's a little turnout.
One of the best turnouts of all the turnouts that we saw.
And we had no idea what was there. It just was a decent place to park, it looked like. And
Yeah,
turn
we
out.
didn't know.
So we looked around and we busted out the lunch, the vegan lunch. In the
Made a
back
little tofu
there.
salad, a little bean salad.
And we had a nice little view of some fallen trees and some beet salad. And Jackpot was like, hey, let's go for a little hike. Why don't we go down there? There's a trail over there. Why don't we go down the trail? And lo and behold, well, we found more amazing
ferns
stuff.
and redwoods.
Ferns, broken redwoods, cracked open but still growing. And this trail went on a little bit more. Okay, guys. A lot of sexual imagery in the redwoods. A lot of sexual imagery in the redwoods.
Redwoods.
This is yeah. Yeah, so we just just cruised along the creek, and there's a little bench. There's a little bench right in front of the creek. So we've had a very respectful doubleroon and left no trace behind, and made sure everything was safe. But we had to enjoy the plants, the leaves. Had to enjoy the leaves among the trees, if you will. And it was magical, romantic, and something about hardwood that makes you want to kiss. Yeah. And we just, the magic.
I can't take pictures without my sunglasses on.
The magic. She was like, open your eyes, open your eyes.
No, I can't.
Open your eyes. And unfortunately, people do carve their names in lots of this stuff. And yes, we did. We found one of three.
One of three. The most northernmost one.
This is the northernmost tree that you can drive through. Barely. If you've got anything bigger than a Forester, I wouldn't advise it. Because we barely made it through this tree. And it's kind of it's $5, a little bit of a racket. But a nice lady was running the booth. And you just drive up and you follow the cars through. And you take a picture. There was empty.
Who's going to take a picture for you is the thing. Like,
That's right.
You're in the car.
They need somebody to take your picture.
Yeah, for $5, and then they should sell you the picture.
And then you can look up. We looked up through the sunroof into the middle of the tree.
Yeah, where everybody graffiti.
Where everybody graffitis, which is unfortunate. And that's the other side.
Britton.
That we
Phil
had.
Britton.
We barely made. Phil Britton in the house.
Britton. How the heck are you, Phil Britton?
Long time, brother.
Hi.
Welcome back. Pirate Radio. Good to see you, Phil. We are just catching everybody up on our new Jackpot's excellent adventure in State of Jefferson, Southern Oregon and Northern California. We have evacuated out of the
LA.
COVID-ridden LA in Southern California.
We were thrown out.
Yeah, we were thrown out.
We were thrown out by the city, by our jobs, by our landlady.
All because of
LA
COVID.
wanted us to leave.
Yeah.
So we left. So here we are.
And Oregon invited us.
Yeah. And Nevada's invited us. So we're going to find our way there eventually.
That's right. And meanwhile, we are going to continue to explore some of the many things that we have been wanting to explore since we've been together and have been talking about it, including the Redwoods, Yosemite,
Natural hot springs.
All on the agenda.
The Emerald Triangle.
Emerald
Humboldt.
Triangle. That's right. That's right. And so we have ticked off the box of one of the three only drive-through redwoods in the world. Barely made it through, but we did. And then we made it to LBJ. We made it to Lady Bird Johnson Redwood Grove, which we thought, I walked across this bridge and I'm like, nah, it's not as impressive as Stout Grove, but it's okay. It's nice. We'll check this out. Oh, boy, was I wrong.
It was amazing. It was really spectacular.
Was I?
But we weren't there for 6
wrong?
hours. We were only there for like 3 hours.
We about an hour and a half actually.
Hour and a half.
But what was amazing to me is a lot of these trees are all burned out in the middle, and it's weird.
Oh, Jilly, do you know?
How does that happen, Jilly Love?
What's going on there? Is it hippies that run up there and make little campfires in the middle of the hollowed out tree, and that's why it's burnt in the inside? Or was it a lightning strike that struck the tree and caused a fire inside the tree? Or
Because
both?
you see those you see are kind of when they split the tree and shit, and they grow. And the tree splitting. What's with the trees? There's all these trees split, and then
We got to do some research.
they grow up like there's one that's like 5 trees coming out of one. They split and they grow. I guess that's just one tree, right? It's amazing, so magical. And this was another burnt out burl that is just picture. And these were all numbered in the LBJ, but there wasn't any maps. So we have no idea
no
what they
visitor
are.
guide, yeah.
So we just saw these posts with numbers. This is number 5. It's a fern on top of a redwood that's not growing anymore. So I don't know what that is, but I'm sure at some point we'll find out what all of these numbers mean at the LBJ. But I'll tell you, Jack was having a great time, as we were trying to get the picture and a quiet dublaroon in a hidden burnt out redwood around the corner. We can hear children. If children are screaming in the background, disturbing my peace, I'm going to smoke a J. And there were children screaming off in the distance, disturbing the peace of the redwoods. And I hope they got a whiff of our leafy goodness. And this is the dedication site by President Nixon. We wouldn't have a lot of, unfortunately, it's weird, we wouldn't have a lot of this stuff without Tricky Dick. Of course, it was all political. It was all political to try to save himself. But EPA, a lot of this stuff, which was dedicated by Nixon to Lady Bird Johnson. This grove. Another burl with a, looks like, what was that, the tree in the Marvel?
Oh, yeah.
Groot.
Of the Masters.
Groot. Looks like Groot. Master of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Something Galaxy. Looks like Groot. And there we are in another burnt out tree. Really weird. All they get burnt out in the hollow. Somehow. Somebody's burning them out, or nature's doing it, or nature. Yeah, unfortunately these videos won't play on this. I have to figure that out. Another burl.
Veterans Cannabis Advocacy Group. Hi.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. What's up, VCA? We are exploring the redwoods. We are currently in the LBJ Grove, Lady Bird Johnson. And the light, we had lunch and then the light changed and
You're right. Vegan Metro. Excellent, excellent observation.
Which?
Funny that the forest is in part because of Nixon, but we are there smoking weed
Ah!
in Nixon's dedicated grove.
That's right.
Brilliant.
I love it.
It was so good. Thank you. Thank you.
That's
We're going to add that
absolutely.
to the narration.
Definitely.
To Nixon.
To Nixon. To Nixon. Thank you, Tricky Dick. And thank you to nature and the sunshine. And there's...
the lighting as we went through LBJ just got better and better. It was amazing.
And as I said, there are many sexual images in these redwood burls. And this is no.
Yeah.
This is the. What do they call it? The whole dugout. The whole dugout in this imagery right here. So yeah, you could see many things in the trees. You see many things in the trees and the light of the trees. This was from inside. This was from inside a burnt out redwood, looking up into the canopy. That's a pretty good. I like this one better. It looks like a lady's face. It looks like a face up there, doesn't it? You see the face and the light outside. And this was number 10, a fallen something covered with ferns. I'm sure there's a story behind it. Some of the numbers were like, why is there a number here? Some were quite obvious, as were the rays coming through the trees. Another burl. I became burl obsessed and burned out tree obsessed.
Burly man.
Jack in the Bag.
Huh?
You've heard of Jack in the Box? That's Jack in the Bag.
Jack in the Bag.
This one got a cave all the way through. Got a hole all the way through, burnt up the middle, and still growing up top. The roots obviously splitting down the sides, and the tree is fully alive up there, but burnt out completely in the middle. It's just remarkable. There's Chela for a little scale. I guess, people could take shelter in there and make a fire and stay there. I mean, I don't know how long I don't think people are able to do that now, of course, because it's a protected area, but maybe that's stuff that was done years ago. There's another burl.
We're going to read about this stuff.
Kind of looks like an otter.
Or watch some YouTubes. Yeah, Dave kept seeing animals. I didn't see any animals.
You didn't see animals in these burls?
No.
You saw faces.
In real life.
Oh, real life.
What did you see, a chipmunk?
I saw chipmunks all over the place.
No way.
Yeah, it's darting across the road. And then we had a conversation about that. That's the hunter versus the gatherer eyesight. Men have more acute hunter eyesight.
I don't know that
So
I would be generalizing like that nowadays.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Jackpot's slipping out of my lap.
Oh, well.
Scooch him up.
That's my story. Another burl, growing a fern. So we were duly impressed by the Redwoods. We have we kept saying we have a Waterworld problem. We worked on the movie Waterworld. For those of you who don't remember, the water epic by Kevin Costner, the end of the world where it's flooded and they live on a donut. Well, we worked on that movie, and we took way too many pictures.
Way too many pictures.
We have about a million sunset pictures.
Every day the sunset was beautiful, and more beautiful,
and sunrise,
and more beautiful than the day before. So
9 months.
We have pictures, 9 months of sunrises and sunsets, and I would take some, and Dave would take some, and this was before cell phones, and this was when you had to actually develop your photos, and back in the day you got doubles all the time, so we had bazillion photos.
We still do. They're in a box in a
storage
in
we've
LA.
weeded through them. We've gotten rid of a lot, but still we had way too many pictures of sunsets.
So luckily now it's digital, but now we have way too many pictures of trees, and I feel there's going to be more coming because we are definitely not done with our adventures. We're going to go back to that zone. We've got more the Fern Canyon to go to. We've got Boy Scout Trail maybe. We've got we didn't do Walker Road at all, which is totally dog friendly, officially dog friendly.
Yeah.
There's another dog friendly place to walk.
We gotta go to
down south, further south.
I gotta go to Fern Canyon, and I gotta go to Cow Barrel Road. I hear is good.
Cow Barrel Road is dog friendly.
Right. And I'd like to return to Boy Scout Trail and Nickerson Ranch Trail. Hang on, I have this shit written down. Nickerson Ranch Trail, Fern Canyon are on my list, and also I'm going to add Boy Scout Trail because Boy Scouts. But that's for
Boy Scouts.
Because Boy Scouts. So that's that of the Redwood National Park, and then I'd like to make it to Humboldt Redwood National Park as well.
Elisa's on Facebook.
Oh, sweet. Hi, Elisa.
And quoting and commenting constantly. We literally.
Oh, shit.
I just opened up Facebook, Elisa. I'm so sorry.
Oh, my God, Elisa. I've never seen you actually watch the shows.
Jackpot is so sweet.
Sorry.
Oh, my God. Look at all this. Look at you got to answer all your sisters' chats in Facebook.
I'm coming. This is our first day back, so let's see. Let's see if she's still there.
We have been, I think she's still there. We have been a little distracted. We've been doing work around the property here and helping to make it better for next season.
And also trying to work on what we see for our vision of what's next and what's going on, and trying to figure out what we need and want for our,
future.
Yeah, foundation.
For now.
Foundation and moving forward. You know. Where are we? There we are. Okay, so Elisa
We're going with the
Swanson.
flow.
Yay.
We are multi-streaming Jackpot's Excellent Adventure on YouTube, Facebook, DLive, Periscope.
Elisa says we're young, have fun, so do it.
That's right.
We are young for old people, but that's where I think we need to lean in for like Instagram and stuff. I think we need to be the old people who are traveling and doing this because there's lots of young van lifers doing stuff, and
It's not a bucket list. It's a fuck it list.
oh, that's funny. Fuck it list.
The fuck it
Oh,
list.
that's good, babe.
The pandemic. We got a pandemic. Can't work.
Fuck it list.
We're going on vacation. Fuck it. We're doing all the things we wanted to do.
Pandemic fuck it list.
The pandemic fuck it list. That's
Ah,
right.
that's good.
Yeah, I still like Jackpot's Excellent Adventure.
That's good too.
That might get an Instagram following too.
He's
there
a
are
boy.
dogs of Twitter after all, and dogs of Instagram. But we really, we're trying to share what we're going through and what we're doing during this period of time. We'll focus a little bit more on the cannabis news again as we getting back to doing regular shows. I'm still getting the news. We've been, like Chela says, we've been sort of finding our way and our direction and how we're going to move forward over the next few weeks and months. And the Cannabis Helps Dementia podcast, of course, will continue. We've got many more people on deck, professionals and other folks, family caregivers and such, that want to talk about it. And we will pick that up again once we get a little more stable in our landing zone, which we have secured.
Late summer, early fall.
Family steps up.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, fam. We come together. We come together and stay apart, apparently. And it's interesting to me that literally because we were looking into camping and our adventures. We're going to talk about where we're going next, but we weren't quite ready to make the investment of getting all the gear if we didn't really know it was going to be something we're going to do on a regular basis.
I'm not sure that I'm going to like it. I'm a fucking city person. The fuck do I know about camping and hiking and nature and bugs? I mean, the snake, oh my God. So
most of that stuff that you saw that we packed onto the car and a lot of stuff we mailed up here, we're going to move that forward before we take off, probably to where we're landing in Nevada.
Right.
Probably that's where it's going, girls. Boxes are on the way. And then we're going to lighten our load and travel through places of Oregon that we've been wanting to see.
Yeah.
And we're not going to Portland, guys. Screw it. We're not going to protest. We're not going to burn down a federal court building. We're not doing any of that anarchy
or
stuff.
even pretend.
Or even pretend. We're not, we're like, oh, we're this close to Portland. Shouldn't we go to Portland? I'm like, trees.
Well, not only trees, but we have to be considerate of many, many factors. And it's not that we don't care or don't want to go or don't feel it's important. I feel it's really important. I'd really, really like to go. If you talk about it more, it might make us go. But I'm trying also to factor in the feelings of my next hosts. If I go to a demonstration with thousands of people, and then a week later I show up in Nevada at my niece's house, who've been so good about quarantining, I'm pretty sure that won't necessarily be appreciated. I'm sure they wouldn't say, don't do that, but I'm also trying to be considerate of coronavirus and how people are living their lives and how I can best fold in all the things.
Last we looked, 16 cases here in Curry County. The
Yeah.
last two being a couple from California, not us. There's not a whole lot of COVID up here on this cliff and in this rural town.
Yeah.
Up here in Gold Beach area.
That is a
It is incredibly beautiful.
nice, clean, steady horizon. Very nice. Parallel level.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Pure luck.
Very
It's
nice.
because the camera's hanging from a blind in
It's
the
very
window.
good. It's very good.
But that is our view. So, yeah, guys, so you've been caught up to our travels, Jackpot's Excellent Adventure, featuring DC and Coach Chela,
Yeah.
as we travel right now the state of Jefferson, and to be expanding. We're going to go down, we're going to continue doing Redwoods, and also the Scenic Corridor here, Samuel Boardman Scenic Corridor. We're going to go, as I say, we're going up to a hemp farm on Friday up here near
Maybe
Port
I'm going to
Orford.
change it to another day because now I'm thinking
Because we might
if
go down to
Jilly
Humboldt.
Love is free next weekend, like Friday, Saturday, maybe we should go to Humboldt next weekend and spend a night in Humboldt at Jilly's if you're available. Open to that, and then we can come back up here. Maybe we can go to the farm on Thursday or on Wednesday. But anyway,
We can plan
it's
that.
a very exciting time, you guys.
But we could do a show
and
from Humboldt. That'd be fun. We
Yeah.
do it on Sunday. Of course, we could do a show anytime now.
That's true.
It's
We
not
can do a
really.
show
I mean,
anytime.
we can just go live anytime.
We might do a show on Saturday
Yeah.
if we're in Humboldt.
But you can. We have to
Yeah.
have. We have to have some type of Wi-Fi, and of course, cell service is not great. So posting is tough up here as well. And there are zones and things. But hey, life taking the show on the road. We're figuring it out. Staying low profile.
Jackpot's totally studying the map.
Jackpot's studying the map where he wants to go
He's
next.
going to do the thing.
He stands next to the car when we go out for a walk, and I try to walk back, and he's like, "Wait, aren't we getting in the car to go on a trip?
We're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere, right? And we're going on an excellent adventure today." And this has been our excellent adventure today. We had our family Zoom meeting earlier and our show this afternoon. Caught you guys all up on our excursion so far. And what's on deck, Chela? What do you have planned? Chela is our
Cruise
director. And you have planned the next section after our hemp farm visit, our Humboldt and California, our Redwoods down there in Humboldt. Then we're going to eventually get on the road out of here.
Yes.
Moving on.
Moving on, after the Oregon coast, we're moving into Central Oregon, where we will first base camp for a few days in a town called Roseburg, because it's close to Umpqua Hot Springs, the Rogue River, and Crater Lake, which Jilly Love just mentioned that we must see Crater Lake.
Everybody says Crater Lake is a must go.
So we're going to go
We're going.
to Crater Lake and check that out. and I'm very excited.
Jackpot is getting a life vest
Yes.
because we are going to be doing some water stuff.
Yeah, apparently. Here, by the way, guys, Sam just sent us this picture
Oh, of Oscar?
of Oscar with
Here.
Roxy.
Oh, Roxy.
Yes.
Roxy's his new girlfriend.
Yes.
She's a puppy, though.
She's just a girl.
He's an old man.
He's an old dude, and she's just a girl. Just a Hollywood couple.
Oscar's living large. He's living
Yes.
large over there at Sammy's house.
So good, so good. Anyway, okay, so Umpqua, Rogue, and Crater Lake, and then we're doing Belknap for 3 days, Belknap Hot Springs. And then we're doing Bend for 2 nights, where we will...
Umpqua has hot springs too, right?
Yes, Umpqua has hot springs too. And then we're doing Bend for 2 nights, and I haven't figured out what is around Bend. We have a friend who lives in La Pine, so we will go visit with them for a minute on their land. They have offered us some kayaks to borrow to go to
Really?
a lake nearby in the national forest nearby to kayak around. So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, now that Jack's going to be waterworthy.
Yeah.
We're gonna float down the Rogue.
The chutes.
rather.
Yeah, the chutes floating apparently is a thing that we must do. So now we have to find some
Floaters.
So we're going to do all that.
Because they don't rent them right now.
And then we're going to drive through Medford and Ashland as we leave Oregon and start heading toward Yosemite. We will stop in Lake Tahoe overnight and then head to Yosemite.
Yosemite. We're going to Yosemite.
We heard there's a new park.
There's a new park, the
Called Yosemite.
national park you need to visit, and we've never been there, so we're going to Yosemite. Because I'm not anti-Semite, I am Yosemite.
You are Yosemite.
So we're going to Yosemite National Park.
So that's where we're going. At least that's sort of the loose plan for now.
And hopefully we don't see any beers.
No beers.
No,
I'd actually like to see a beer, but not too close.
not too close.
Yeah.
Not near
too
the
close.
box.
No, not near the box. Not near me. But anyway, it's
So we're staying away from crowds. We're staying with nature, and making our way to Nevada.
somebody has beagle puppies near Jilly Love. No, we only have one dog. We can only do one dog at a time.
Don't do it. We
can only do one dog at a
We
time.
have one dog welcome, and
One dog.
and that's already iffy.
Yeah.
At
Well,
the new place,
yeah, one dog is good.
just for socialization purposes.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
one is
yeah.
fine. But yeah, don't tempt us. Don't tempt us.
Yeah, no tempting, no tempting. I play with a puppy. but I don't
Especially if
tempt
we're
my
actually ever going to live in a van. That might be tough with two dogs.
No, we're not going to do that. We are going to just let the world unfold and let this adventure keep happening. And Jilly Love, I'm going to write you a note or call you, and let's see about planning next weekend if you're around.
The next leg, perhaps next weekend, yeah, because we definitely
Yeah.
like these day trips down to California.
Yeah, it's good.
And we'll stop by the. We have yet to stop at
Trees of Mystery?
the straight. Oh, we're gonna do Trees of Mystery now, yeah. And we haven't done State Line Cannabis.
That's
We
right.
have to stop there
just
and take a
little
picture
video
of the first cannabis store in
Oregon.
Oregon, which it's
And we'll have to organize all of our
certainly
assets.
I'm sure the gray market or the traditional market is super cheap, super cheap, like pot for pennies. But even the regulated market here in Oregon is pretty cheap. And thanks to, you grab a La Mota here in Gold Beach. Just going to show the packaging here. Yeah, these lovely little packs, 2 for $30, about 10 grams for $30. Some nice pre-rolls, and great deals on the weekends of great Oregon flower. We've been enjoying it, and it's cheap.
Don't
pot
carry
for pennies.
food on you, says Jilly Love.
Don't carry it on you when
Ever.
you're walking. Ever.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dog
And
food.
bears.
And dog
And
food.
bear food.
And dog food is bear food.
Yeah, snacks,
Yeah.
sweet treats. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing on us. In the car?
Well, not
Is
at
that
night.
crazy?
You're not supposed
No,
to leave
not
it
at
in the car.
night. No, I know not at night. But when we go hiking around, our food in the car, is that a bad idea?
During the day?
Yeah, during the
it's-
day.
I was reading at the Yosemite tips, and it said
Yosemite?
during the day, make sure it's locked in the car.
Okay.
At night, you got to put it in the bear box.
No problem. Okay, cool.
So
Yes.
we have to keep all of our snacks
Awahani.
in one area.
Awahani Lodge in Yosemite. Oh, we can eat there, you're saying. Awahani Lodge in Yosemite is extremely expensive to stay there.
Yeah.
Very. Like
We're mixing
crazy.
it up.
We're mixing
Motel
it up.
6. Then the camp thing is like 145. So
The-
we're trying to
the
average it out so it's not
the
so
camping
expensive.
in Yosemite is $120 a night, but
Turnkey.
turnkey.
And we don't need
there's-
anything.
And there's a restaurant right there, so
And
we
you
can
can't
eat-
cook.
Yeah, we can eat right there at the lodge, and has a really nice bathroom, shared bathroom for the campers. It's great. I'm really super stoked. I'm super stoked on this entire adventure.
This will be our entree into camping. And then we'll
Entire
see,
adventure has been
How far
amazing.
we go.
It's been very clarifying. Contrast is creating clarity. I am realizing what a spoilt film worker I am, and that I need to find a new avenue to explore. And I think that the cannabis space is just the right place. And I'm super stoked to have Vegas in our distant,
Near future.
near distant future.
Near distant future.
And I'm really excited about what's happening all around us right now.
We're really
and
trying to delay our Nevada arrival, not just for the beauty, but it's so freaking hot.
It's
right
too
now.
hot.
So
It's too hot in Vegas for a while, like
we figure we might as well enjoy the temperate climate out here in the West before it gets too cold, because we know it's going to be cold up there too. So we're going to probably get a little buddy heater for our camping
Yeah.
adventure, because 50 here is chilly and it's
Yeah.
40 out there in Yosemite.
night.
So right now
We're definitely going to get one of those
It's going to be chilly.
buddy heaters.
And Jackpot's going to get some pajamas and some puffy coats and some layering and
yeah, wait till you see all the clothes we got for Jackpot, you guys.
And
I went on a shopping spree for
his-
him last night.
reversible backpack.
I'm super excited, and yes, his backpack that can go on Dave's back or front, or mine, back or front. And Jackpot's feet can be over the shoulders or sticking out like this Oh my God. It's
Crater
gonna be
Lake
so cute.
Lodge. Eat at the lodge without reservations, just in the lobby.
Ah, Crater Lake Lodge. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
great. Cool. Oh, I'm so excited.
Dogs with saddlebags of dog food is known as bait. Right.
Ah, good to know. Yes. This is all
Yes.
good
He says
information.
yes. Lock in the car. Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Right. Don't carry any food on you. Smart. Thanks. Yes, we are definitely newbies to
We
this
are
whole
city
thing.
people. We don't know shit about shit.
And we're like, so if your dog is floating in the river, are you trolling for big fish? I don't know what the
Will
deal
the
is.
snakes bite his toes? I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna try and get a boogie board for him and see if he'll like that. I think he'll like it.
I don't know. He's
With-
never been in the water.
with
so
the life vest
literally
on.
It's all going to be trial and error. But we're definitely getting him a life vest for these adventures.
This is exciting.
It's totally exciting, and
Fun.
we'll be sharing it with you, along with eventually some more cannabis news.
Yes.
What else happened this week? What happened during the cannabis? What did I tweet this week about
Enough
cannabis?
already.
I've already converted my Twitter over to JACKPOT'S Excellent Adventure. Is it really? Are we gonna? We're seeing more voices on the prohibitionist side asking for descheduling for research. What's the October surprise going to be? There's going to be one. He already is doing this executive order nonsense with trying to extend unemployment, which Chela thinks is the sort of the secret plan, right?
Yeah, I do believe that was the secret plan. We're just going to look at the Rogue River. We're not getting in it. Didn't mean to.
No,
imply
we're
that.
getting in the Deschutes
just
River.
looking.
We're floating
Yeah.
the Deschutes. We may take the Rogue jet boat before we leave. From
Here, down at the
Here,
end. It's not
Gold
wild at this
Beach.
place.
Yeah, no.
We're going to go look at it where it's wild.
We're going to look at where the Rogue River is coming out.
and wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it ends up
near
down
Crater
here,
Lake.
where we are now.
Yeah.
So no, we're not getting in the Rogue unless we do the jet boats here. But we are getting in the Deschutes over in Bend, doing a little floating down there. We may not do the rapids because there's a little rapid area, but we're going to do the calm float. But apparently you can't go to Bend without doing the float. So there's no shuttles, there's no rentals, but we're going to figure it out anyway.
Yeah. In fact, you're discouraged from visiting Bend, period.
Yeah, so I figure there's probably not going to be that many people floating down the river. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Compared to
normally. Yeah, because you got to walk back to your car or figure out a way to get back because there's no shuttles. So we're hoping there'll be fewer people, but we're still going to do it. And then we'll just give away our floats to people that need them after they wipe them down. But yeah, so that's the itinerary. We've got a couple more weeks here. We're going to, or barely 10 days maybe, or whatever.
Something
Where are
like
we?
that.
We're on the 9th.
Yeah, 10 days, 11 days.
11 days. We're gonna make some videos.
Yep.
For this property and help get ready for next season and this vegan Waves of Love, a vegan sanctuary, and for visitors of the Gold Coast. And so look forward to that. And then we're gonna move on and continue the adventure.
Yeah.
The excellent adventure with Jackpot, DC, and Coach Chela. And we hope you come along with us.
Yeah.
And right here on this channel, subscribe, get notifications, or on Facebook, Hemp Saves the World. And over on Twitter, on Periscope is now called, well, it's at DC420LA, but it's Jackpot's Excellent Adventure at DC420LA. And yeah, so that's about it, I think, for today.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. We'll be back next week with an update, more pictures. We'll get some videos. I'll figure out how to get the videos going so we can share some video.
Yeah.
And
I'll figure out how to get you my pictures.
And you'll figure out how to get me your pictures. And we'll do it again now that we figured out how to do it, and bring you all along. So
Yeah.
we'll see you next week.
Totally.
Totally. Free the plant, free the people, free the fungus.
Or we'll see you soon.
Or we'll see you soon.
Maybe,
That's right.
Maybe
We may
not
go
next week, maybe sooner, maybe later, who knows?
We may go live sooner, more often. Maybe we'll do that.
Or not. We're just going to stay loose and casual and be good to ourselves.
We're going to allow it to unfold.
Yes, as we all should.
But we are content creators at heart.
But Jilly, I'll be reaching out to you in the next day or so via email or phone, and we'll be in touch about later in the week. That'll be fun.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Cool.
We'll see you next week, or whenever we do see you.
Soon.
Soon. See you soon. Free the plant, free the people.
Ciao.
Bot for peace.
Take good care.
Murderers keep murdering, the churches keep a-burning, the rapists keep a-raping, and the tide ain't turning. Uncle Sam, for all your power, things get worse every hour. It seems to me your energy's are wasted, chasing my friends and me. So hey, Uncle Sam, hey there, Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. The terrorists keep terrorizing, our leaders keep a-lying, the haters keep a-hating, and the planet's dying. Uncle Sam, do what's proper, call off your dogs and your helicopters. The problems of society were not caused by my friends and me. So hey, Uncle Sam, hey there, Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. How many innocent people gonna be imprisoned? We just peace and love and street puff and brotherhood freaks. A touch of Mother Nature never made nobody violent, never made nobody hate, nobody will break nobody's peace. It's never been shown to be harmful. Don't you tell me no lies with your caffeine, codeine, nicotine eyes. The cannabis ban is just recent, just since 1938. To re-legalize it, realize it, you made a big mistake. Hey, Uncle Sam, hey there, Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. Uncle Sam, leave us pot smokers alone. Leave us pot smokers alone. Uncle Sam, understand I love you, but leave me alone. Smokers alone. Leave us pot smokers alone. Our leaders keep alive.
Good people don't smoke marijuana.
We need to talk about your marijuana problem. You know, what's your problem with it?
This drug is dangerous. You cannot play with it. It's not funny. It's not something to laugh about.
Yes, I'm all in. This is the time to go all in on cannabis.
You can argue the pluses and minuses of marijuana, but marijuana ain't heroin. So we have to end that, and that's what I will do. As President of the United States, I believe we can do that through executive order, and I will do that.
Smoke weed every day.